guys? This is Team JVS. This is Samuel Leggett representing. And episode 1 of season 6 of The Flash, Into the Void, was a good episode. I know it sounds bad. I know it really legit sounds bad, but I actually legitimately enjoyed this episode. I'm curious, what did you guys think? I mean, I wish I could just stop the review right here and just like legit probe you guys' mind, let you guys like tell me what you guys thought, because in all honesty, like everything about this episode I actually really legitimately liked. They didn't like refute the ramifications that happened at the end of last season. Like they enveloped Caitlin. They took Caitlin from a place of her dealing with the fact of her father's death and everything that's happened, and then coming to terms with the situation with her friend. Guy from Heroes is actually doing a really good job with the acting. But, I mean, even with that, it's difficulty with duality with her and Killer Frost, and then them come to the resolution of what Killer Frost needs to be now. Granted, I would have talked to the team before I would just made that jump, but even then, it was really interesting. It was actually really promising. Ralph, yes, he's Bill's kind of, stupid, but he actually made some good points to Caitlin. He actually made some good, resolute moments. And yeah, he came in looking like Gosh darn James Bond, but he wasn't an overly barrenly annoying. Iris, your girl was acting. Candace was doing such a good job with her acting. Her acting was on point because I felt her, like for real. Like I was like, she can't process all of this, and it was really interesting watching her and Barry dealing with the same exact thing, but dealing with it completely differently, with just the loss and the grief and the anguish and the hurt and the pain, inwardly dealing with the ramifications of the fact that they lost their child, and what that does, what that promotes, what that like pulls them completely apart. You know what I'm saying? It's like the thing about this that I loved about this episode was even the writing. The writing in it didn't undercut the reality of the situation. A lot of times, like, they'll be like, oh, it's okay, it's all cookies and rainbows because it's a new season. Oh, well, we're into a new phase of our lives. Everything's like, no, like, things aren't fine with the internal fact that they lost their child. Regardless if they're going to have a child before, like, even I was talking about, like, it's not the same exact, it's not the same exact, oh my gosh, excess or, child that they did have. And it's kind of like, that's real, bro. Like, and even Barry was like, I'll never get over this. Like, that's real. Like, I mean, he's dealt with so much loss, but like, that's his child, bro. Like, and I love the writing because of that. Because there was this moment where Barry just like outburst and like, I can't lose somebody else again. And maybe he didn't even realize it, but she could tell. And that was what kind of bonded them back together. Like, maybe we can bear the weight of this. If we can bear the weight of this, we can bear the weight of somebody's consciousness. And ultimately, they're going to be able to bear the weight of having a child, which is so beautiful, so epic. And, I mean, being, a father myself and a husband, like, that means everything to me. Then the villain. I mean, they didn't use him like a cookie-cutter villain. Like, this is a dude that was just a normal geek-out dude. Like, I figured this is a YouTube star for real, for, like, the way that he actually was acting and stuff like that. And just how he went and had his Iron Man moment, and then all of a sudden, this thing happened to him. And it wasn't like, okay, yeah, they fixed it, but he's not fixed. And I love that. Like, I love that this just didn't like, all right, this ended up so like this fixed everything. I'm like, no. And it wasn't like, okay, they just brought a villain out of nowhere and this is just what capitalized everything. And technically the person that Caitlin's with, but he's got an evolutionary process as well, because we don't know what he's gonna be doing, what that's gonna cause. Not just that, the Flash going into the black hole, and they were talking about like negative ions. The last time I heard negative ions was when Barry went through the negative speed force with Nora, and I was like, what if that affects him, like for real? And so it's just so many different things that I actually legitimately like. I mean, there were some cheesy moments, there were some moments that were just unnecessary, granted, but this is a good first episode, and I'm so happy. So happy because I've been on this roller coaster, bro, for 6 years too, and for them to have a good episode really means a lot to me, more than I thought. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought. I'm not gonna leave a number rating on this. I'm just gonna say it's a good episode. I really want to know what you guys think. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell button, keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. And if you want to check out our full reaction to this, make sure you go to the description bar below. Check out our Patreon. It's only $1. You can always cancel if you want to, but you get full access to all our reactions in their entirety anytime you want. Okay? Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, guys.